So we all know AI is supposed to be this massive game changer for writing code. But is it actually creating just as many problems as it's solving? Today, we're going to dig in and really separate the hype from the reality of what's happening with AI in software development.
I mean, you've heard the promises, right? We've all seen the headlines. These AI dev tools are out there promising to triple our productivity, letting us crank out code faster than we ever thought possible.
And yet, here's the thing that doesn't quite add up. Just in the last few weeks, we've seen some huge outages from the very companies that are pioneering this stuff. So what is really going on? Is there some kind of hidden cost to all this speed?
To figure that out, we've got to start with just how deep these AI tools have gotten into our day-to-day work. And honestly, the scale of adoption is, well, it's pretty staggering.
And look, we're not talking about some niche little tool that a few people are playing with. A full 60% of developers are saying that about a quarter of their code is already being shaped by AI. And then you've got this hardcore 15% who say that number is over 80%. That is a fundamental shift in how we build software.
It's basically become a habit for almost everyone. A whopping 82% of developers are now using these tools either daily or at least weekly. This isn't the future anymore. It's just the new normal.
And here it is. This is the big, shiny number that gets all the attention, right? The headline from report after report is that AI delivers this incredible 3x productivity boost. But that's specifically for the act of writing the code. And as we all know, that's only one piece of the puzzle.
So the real question is, what happens after the code gets written? What are the downstream effects when all this new super fast code starts hitting our systems? Well, this is where the promised land of speed crashes right into a pretty harsh reality.
Turns out, despite all that speed, there's a huge confidence problem. Get this, 2/3 of developers, that's 67%, have serious quality concerns about the code that AI is pumping out. They kind of feel like they're flying blind without a good way to manage it all. And this, right here, is why. It creates this massive bottleneck. We're opening nearly double the number of pull requests, but our review time has shot up by 90%. We're just generating code way faster than any human review process can possibly keep up with.
And that bottleneck, it has some very real and very painful consequences. Developers are now spending 42% more of their time just fixing bugs, and a third of projects are seeing major delays. So that speed boost we got up front, it's getting completely eaten up by all these problems down the line.
And it's really just simple math. The data seems to show that AI isn't necessarily writing buggier code line for line. But if you're suddenly producing 3 times more code, you're also creating 3 times more surface area for things to go wrong, including potential security issues.
So what is the fundamental disconnect here? Why isn't the quality keeping pace with the quantity? Well, it really all boils down to one single, critical, and often missing ingredient.
And listen to this, because this comes straight from developers themselves. When that AI-generated code just feels off or flat out untrustworthy, 80% of the time it's because they feel the AI just doesn't get the full picture. It lacks context.
In fact, when you ask developers, what's the one thing you want improved in your AI tools, the number one answer, and it's not even close, is better context. It's what they're practically screaming for.
So what do we even mean by context? Well, it's not just the one file you happen to be editing. It's the entire universe your code lives in. We're talking about your entire existing code base, its version history, all the PRs, organizational logs, and, so importantly, all of your team's internal standards and best practices. The whole shebang.
Okay, so we've zeroed in on the problem. It's a lack of context. The big question now is, how do we fix it? How do we get past just simple code generation and start to unlock the real, sustainable power of AI?
You can think of it like a series of glass ceilings. Yeah, simple code generation gives you a nice little boost, but you hit a limit pretty fast. Then you move to more advanced agentic generation, and that ceiling gets a little higher. But to really truly break through, you need to apply AI to the entire quality workflow, creating systems that can dynamically learn and enforce your standards. That's where you find the real 2x productivity gain across the whole development lifecycle.
So where do you even start? Well, here are 2 incredibly powerful levers you can pull. First, just using AI to help with testing actually doubles a developer's trust in the code AI generates. And second, using AI for code review, not only does that double your quality gains, but it also feeds back and improves writing productivity by almost 50%. It's a win-win.
All right, so where is all of this heading?
What does the future of software development actually look like when you put all these pieces together? Intelligent AI agents, a deep understanding of quality, and all that crucial context.
The vision is something like this. You've got multiple AI agents working on your code in parallel. They're all being fed by this deep central context engine that understands your entire system, inside and out. And they're working in these safe, secure sandboxes, writing, testing, and validating code automatically, long before a human ever has to lay eyes on it.
And let's be super clear here. Investing in this kind of quality-first framework isn't just about preventing problems. The return on investment is massive. We're talking drastically fewer security incidents, way faster code review cycles, and in some cases, tripling your test coverage in as little as 1 month.
So this is the key takeaway. In this new era of software development, just being fast isn't the goal anymore. The real lasting competitive advantage is going to come from building a superior quality process. AI just happens to be the most powerful tool we've ever had to help us build it.
And that really leaves us with one critical question you should be asking yourself and your team. As AI makes everything faster and faster, is your quality process the asset that's going to let you break through to that next level, or is it a liability that's about to be completely shattered?